Hi stretchers, another week, Monday morning. Weeks do seem to be going fairly quick for me, doing all my jobs, all my little chores that I've been meaning to do for a long time, so now there's no excuse. Today I'm going to be doing chair exercises, so if getting down onto the floor or getting up off the floor is too much of a challenge for you, then this video is just for you. So we're going to just start, so make sure you feel nice and comfortable in the seat. I'm just going to move a little bit further forward, and we're just going to start with some rear shoulder rolls. So just shrug the shoulders up, back and around. Think about opening up the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Try not to move the head, just moving the shoulders. And we can do this for a good 40 seconds to a minute. It's quite a nice one to just do a few times throughout the day. So that's our first exercise, rear shoulder rolls. The next one we're gonna do, we're just gonna take our knee, hug the knee in towards our chest as much as we can, and then release and down, okay? So hug in, 1, 2, down and release. Hug in, 1, 2, down and release. Okay. So if you're struggling to lift your own leg, then you could come down to meet the leg to help. You could always hug under as well if it's uncomfortable on top of the knee. There's always that option as well. So repeating this one for about a minute. Excuse my washing machine. So we're getting nice hip mobility. Okay, so that's your second exercise. Next one we're going to do is rotations. So we're going to use our leg as our anchor. Okay, so we're going to take opposite hand, opposite leg, and to the outside of the leg. So keep this leg nice and strong. Don't let it drift inwards. And then we're going to look, so pulling on my leg, I'm going to look behind me as much as I can. So this hand, you can either have it just resting down beside you, you can maybe hold onto the back of the chair to help get a little bit extra rotation. And then we're going to hold for 3 seconds. Slowly just come back to center, opposite hand to outside of the leg. Rotate, looking around as far as you can. 2-second hold, and then coming back round. Rest. Okay, so that's your third exercise. So with that one, I would do 8 times each side, so 16 in total for that one. Next one we're going to do is a bit of neck work. So thinking about side back bend action, try and keep your body still, shoulders level. If you're unsure whether shoulders level, you could always use a mirror for this one, so you can possibly be standing for this one. So we're going to just take our head over, and I really like this one because you do get a really nice stretch coming down the side of the neck. Slowly back up, other side. Once you're into that stretch, few second hold, slowly back up and slowly into it. We want to protect the neck with this one, so no quick sudden movements. Okay, so we can carry this one on for a minute. I'm thinking about just trying to keep the jaw softened and relaxed. So just making sure you're not clenching your teeth or holding your tongue too tight in the mouth, because that will activate a lot of the neck muscles, and those are the ones we're trying to stretch. So that's your fourth exercise. The next one we're going to do is not a stretch, it's more of a strengthening. So we're going to take one leg out straight, from our hip, we are going to lift our leg up, bend at the knee and down, okay? Leg straight, activating through the quad, this big muscle here. We're gonna lift up as high as we can and bend and release. So I'm just gonna show you side on. So what you don't want to do with this one is, when you come up, you don't want to lean back too much, okay? So nice and upright on the body. As you take the leg out, up, in, down. Leg out, up, in, down. So you will have to, with this one, slightly activate through the core, okay? So those muscles we talked about that sit between here to stop you just leaning back. You've got to really try and hold yourself upright, okay? So quads. So 10 on each leg for that one, and that's your 5th exercise. Next one we're going to do is piriformis stretch. So a really deep glute muscle that sits in our bottom. Some of you, this could be a bit of a difficult one, so I'll just show you a couple alternatives. So what we're going to do is take our foot or ankle onto our knee, okay? And then let that leg drop away as much as you can from your hip. See how that feels, because that might be enough of a stretch for you. If you want to increase from your hips, you're going to then lean forward. So try and keep your back fairly straight, and then that really brings in a stretch right around my hip now. So 40-second hold for this one. Okay, so then once you've done your 40 seconds, slowly come up, releasing, maybe having a bit of a shake out of the leg. So if that's too much for your hip, you could just cross the legs if you can get there, okay? And then maybe you need a little bit of help, so with the hands, maybe just pulling the leg up as much as you can. That might be all you can do, and then you can still do your lean forward. Or maybe just crossing the legs, and then maybe a lean forward. You might not get quite so much through the hips, you may get a bit more hamstrings with that one, okay? But there is a couple alternatives we could do. So let me just show you the version that we're trying to do. It's this one, let the leg go from the hips. We are leaning forward for a 40-second hold. And slowly up, release, have a shake out. Okay, next exercise, so just make sure you've got the room for this one. You're not going to hit the chair or anything around you. So we're going to come up, arms straight, close to the ear. Start to rotate through the body, looking at the hand as it comes back behind. Okay, brushing the hip, coming up, opening up chest, rotate back, and we're going to do 5 in total. So we're on the 3rd. I'll do these with you. And 4. And 5. So once you've done your 5, change sides, 5 again on the other arm. And then what you can do, come back onto the other side again. And we're going to come back, rotate the arm, think front crawl stroke as you come forward, and another 5 again, going in the opposite direction. Okay, so you've got 5, 5, back, forward, whichever one you started with, and then 5 forward, 5 forward, 5 back, 5 back. Okay, so think about trying to meet hip, trying to meet ear as your 2 points of contact. So this one, next one we're going to do is we're going to be taking the hip into abduction. So we're taking it away from the body. So for this one, think about getting in and out the calf. So we're going to lift from the hip, come up and take the leg out, okay? Pick the leg up at the hip to bring the leg back in. So we're going to alternate sides. So up and out, up and in, up and out, up and in. Okay, so we can do for this one about 10 on each leg, so 20 in total. And just imagine you were getting in and out that car if that's a little bit of a struggle for you. Okay, so really same again, this one will be a bit of quads, but because we've got our leg bent, it's a bit more about hip flexors with this one. Okay, so working another muscle group. And then the last one I'm going to give you is just some nice forward shoulder rolls. So shrugging the shoulders up, coming forward, down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, coming up, forward and down. So we're just going in the opposite direction to where we started. So we started with our rear shoulder rolls and now we're just finishing with our forward shoulder rolls. And we can do this one for about a minute again to finish off. Okay, so I hope those were helpful. I know we've done quite a bit sort of on the floor, so I hope a nice chair based program for some of you will really help. Thank you. Bye.